Mothers of Darkness, Episode 13, The Winter Binding, Yuletide Shadows Entwined. The date is Yuletide, the 21st of December, the longest night, at the Chateau d'Emeraude in Belgium. The large chapel upon the estate, the snow fell thick, silent veils over the black spires of the Chateau d'Emeraude, the fabled castle of the Mothers of Darkness. Ancient oaks along the drive bowed lower than ever, their branches heavy with ice and secrets, just as they had in the girls' shared dreams all summer at Thornwood Hall. The black wax seals on the invitations, those that pulsed warm against Eleanor, Beatrice, and Clara's palms, had guided them here as they had guided the 7 chosen young men from their own summer of shadowed preparation across estates in Switzerland, Scotland, and Italy. The families had arranged these unions since the children's earliest days. Bloodlines of old European banking houses, industrial empires, and quiet political dynasties woven together like silver threads that had appeared in every nightmare of stone corridors and veiled figures. Tonight, on the winter solstice, the new 7 Mothers of Darkness would be joined in a sacred rite to the 7 Fathers of Shadow. The old order would step back, the new would rise. Inside the vast Gothic chapel, its vaulted ceiling lost in shadow, its stained glass windows depicting not saints, but writhing black serpents and silver-eyed owls. The air smelled of myrrh, pine, and something metallic, like blood under snow. Hundreds of black candles burned in iron scones, shaped like outstretched claws. Evergreen bows, twisted with silver cord, and tiny obsidian runes framed the high altar. At its center stood the great Yule log, carved with ancient sigil of the mothers, a circle of 7 interlaced thorns surrounding a single unblinking eye. The chapel's side chapels had been sealed. Only the chosen bloodlines were permitted tonight. The 7 young women entered first, gliding down the aisle in gowns of deepest midnight velvet, trimmed in silver thread, each cut in the severe 1890s style their grandmothers had worn before them, but embroidered with private crests of their houses. Their hair was unbound beneath sheer black veils that brushed their shoulders, a symbol that the mothers-to-be were still half in the world of shadow, and half yet to be claimed. Eleanor, the leftmost of the original trio, raven-haired, pale, and regal, walked with quiet certainty. Her grandmother had praised in the Thornwood rose garden. Beatrice, middle chestnut waves, eyes like polished onyx, carried the same distant, listening expression she had worn while the ancient oaks hummed at Thornwood Hall. And Clara, on the far right, with fiery red curls now woven with silver ribbons, clutched a single black wax seal in her gloved hand, its warmth never fading. Beside them came the remaining 4. Lady Isolde Ravencroft, willowy silver blonde with glacial poise. Lady Seraphina Draven, a dark-haired beauty with a knowing half-smile. And Lady Ophelia Nightshade, with ebony skin, hair braided with tiny obsidian beads. And Lady Genevieve Shadowmere, a golden-haired young lady, the youngest at 16, yet already moving with the grace of one who had heard the castle call since birth. Opposite them, standing in perfect formation before the altar, waited the 7 Fathers of Shadow. They wore tailored black tailcoats over silk waistcots embroidered with the same thorn and eye motif, their ties enhanced by obsidian pins. All between 15 and 18, cousins and brothers, forged through a summer of fencing, riding, strategic councils, and late-night talks of empires yet to be steered from the shadows. Their faces were composed, but their eyes burned with the same fire that had driven them through shooting parties in the Scottish Highlands and wine tastings in the Italian cellars, preparation for the night they would claim their mothers and their thrones. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Mothers of Darkness. If you enjoyed my content, please like, share, and follow for more. Episode 14 is on its way.